financial sector as well as the banking industry in South Africa has been called resilient through many storms, and currently it's far more important to speak of that role, particularly here at WEF 2023. I'm joined now by Ian Williamson, CEO of Old Mutual, to talk more about this. Ian, thank you so much for your time. As an industry, you are backing Team SA when we say we are open for investment, and that is the agenda that South Africa is on at WEF 2023. Talk to us about your stance.
Yeah, it's been interesting this week. I think we've been quite successful in highlighting the progress the Treasury's made with government debt, the fiscal position in South Africa, and obviously the question on everybody's lips then becomes, but what about the energy situation? And, we can't run away from that line of questioning. So I think it's just something we believe it's eminently fixable, but we do need to tackle particularly the energy issue, and it is something that's on the top of people's minds when they ask about South Africa. Now, having said that, I think my sense is that the mood here is significantly more positive than I expected. The world is clearly in crisis, and with inflation running and energy being issues globally. So to some extent, we get perspective, being at a distance from our own problems in South Africa, and to some extent, the problems are shared by everybody.
That said, we're going into what has been termed a global recession. It is looming in this particular year. How are we going to manage to maneuver around that? From an Old Mutual perspective, the customer base, the client base is going to be harshly impacted.
I think in some respects, my own view is that South Africa is fortunate in the sense that we are ahead of the curve. Our interest rate cycle has likely peaked or is close to the top. The world has still got some to come. So therefore, our consumers, I think, will see some relief before the global markets will see some relief. So I think actually South Africa, relatively in that sense, from a macro perspective, is possibly a little bit better positioned.
So in the near term, that positivity is around resilience still. Practically, how do you do that as an institution?
So I think, it's about in staying consistent through cycles. So I think Old Mutual has a history of actually performing relatively well when the environment is tough. And, we do have a strong balance sheet that can stand behind us when we have problems. We're there for our customers, and, we have a responsibility to help our customers to navigate an environment like this, which is going to be very tough for some time to come.
Sustainability and resilience, that's the word from Old Mutual CEO Ian Williamson right here at WEF 2023. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Tumisang Ndlovu in Davos, Switzerland.